The hall echoed with whispers and chuckles as the janitor's daughter stepped onto the stage. Polished shoes tapped impatiently, eyes rolled. What could she possibly say that's worth Harvard's time? But when she opened her mouth, everything changed. The grand auditorium of Harvard University buzzed with energy. It was the day of the annual Global Youth Debate Championship, one of the most prestigious platforms for young minds across the world. The crowd was a mix of proud parents, renowned professors, and the brightest students the Ivy League had to offer, all dressed in confidence, wealth, and prestige. And then she walked in, wearing a blazer that didn't quite fit, shoes that had seen better days, and eyes that held stories untold. Ayla Qureshi stepped onto the grand stage. She wasn't from Eton or Exeter. She wasn't legacy. She wasn't anyone's pick to win. She was the janitor's daughter. Her father, Mr. Qureshi, had mopped these same marble floors for over 20 years. He was the quiet presence in the background of Harvard, always smiling, always working, always invisible. No one ever asked about his family. No one knew about Ayla. But while Mr. Qureshi cleaned lecture halls late at night, Ayla sat quietly in the back, finishing her homework under flickering corridor lights. While others debated at elite academies, Ayla debated her reflection in a cracked mirror, using books rescued from recycling bins, Plato, Descartes, Baldwin. She wasn't supposed to be here. But somehow, against all odds, she was. As her name was called, a murmur rippled across the room. She's just a token contestant, probably here for diversity points. Let's just get this over with. She walked to the podium, her hands steady, her eyes focused. She could hear the laughter, see the smirks from Yale and Princeton's polished debaters. The microphone squeaked. A Harvard senior chuckled. A panel judge adjusted his glasses with mild annoyance. And then she spoke. You don't know me. You don't know my story. But I know yours. I've watched this institution from the shadows where my father worked, while your fathers taught. I've debated hunger at my dinner table. I've argued against injustice in classrooms that told me I was too loud. And I've memorized philosophies while the world told me I'd never belong in them. The room went quiet. Every word was a blade cutting through the silence. The judgment, the privilege. She didn't just speak, she roared with reason. She deconstructed systemic inequality, challenged environmental hypocrisy, and highlighted how genius doesn't live only in polished halls but also in the back of supply closets, in library corners, in janitors' homes. Her arguments were precise. Her rebuttals, fearless. Her emotion, raw but controlled. One by one, the smirks faded. Phones were lowered. Even the most cynical judge began to lean forward. 5 minutes. That's all she had. But it was enough. She ended not with applause in mind, but with purpose in her voice. I didn't come here to win your approval. I came here to remind you the world is bigger than this room. And brilliance is not born in bloodlines, it's born in belief. For a heartbeat, silence. Then thunder. The applause didn't begin slowly, it exploded. A standing ovation. Not out of politeness. Not out of guilt. But out of genuine awe. In the back of the hall, Mr. Qureshi, mop in hand, still in uniform, wiped away a tear. He had always known his daughter was brilliant. That night, the world knew it too. Later that evening, headlines read, Janitor's daughter stuns Harvard, redefines what genius looks like. But Ayla didn't care about the headlines. She didn't come for the trophy. She came to make every overlooked child believe that they, too, can speak and the world will listen. Never judge a voice by the shoes it wears. Genius doesn't come wrapped in wealth. It's found in the unseen, the ignored, and the unshakable. Microphone. She didn't just win a debate, she rewrote what brilliance looks like. If Ayla's story inspired you, don't let it end here. White heavy checkmark, like this video to show your support for unheard voices. Repeat button, share it with someone Who needs a reminder? Your background doesn't define your future. Loudspeaker comment below. I believe in voices like Ayla's. Full mailbox with raised flags. Subscribe for more powerful, true stories that move hearts and challenge the norm. Because the world needs more people who don't just speak, they shake the silence.